skaters, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. I am Coach Julia, and today I'm giving you another footwork tutorial. Today we are going to be doing the ISI Freestyle 3 footwork. Now this is very similar to some of the other footwork sequences I've taught this year in that it is a lot of Mohawks. So you want to pay very close attention to the details to make sure you're doing the ISI Freestyle 3 footwork and not some USFS pattern. All right, I know you guys like to see these sequences before I start teaching you the whole thing, so let's do it from the top. It's gonna be 9 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So as I said, this is a 9-step sequence, and it's going to use outside Mohawks, a forward outside and a backward outside. And if you haven't learned those Mohawks yet, I'll put links to those tutorials down below so you can brush up on those skills and come back to this one when you're ready. We're going to start with a crossover. That's going to be our first 2 steps. So we're going to be a left outside edge and a right inside edge. That's our crossover. Our upper body is facing in to the center of the circle. Now we have to shift our upper body facing out because we're going to do that outside Mohawk. You want to make sure you do that switch before you start on step 3. Okay, so we're facing in. We have 1, 2, make your switch, face out. You're going to step back onto your left outside edge going forward, and now you're going to look behind you towards your right hand and Mohawk. This is definitely the most difficult part of this sequence for people, is nailing that outside edge Mohawk and making it truly an outside edge Mohawk. So often when I'm teaching this to people, their Mohawk will go away from the circle. What that tells me is they're actually doing an inside edge Mohawk because it's curling the wrong direction. So I like teaching this on a hockey circle because it gives you that visual so you can make sure you're actually staying true to your outside edges. Let's go over that outside edge really quick. So for that outside Mohawk, your beginning foot needs to be on an outside edge. So for this one, it's a left forward outside Mohawk. And we need to have a little bit of a lean with our body towards that circle. Not a lot, I don't want you falling backwards, but just a little bit of a lean so you can get to that outside edge. We're going to step starting facing the hand that's in the direction where we're traveling. So our left hand. Before you switch feet though, your upper body needs to begin to turn because otherwise you're going to be trying to turn backwards with your right foot and your upper body is still facing your left. So you're going to shift where you're looking. Shift your upper body so you can step out onto that right back outside edge to complete the Mohawk. So we have 1, 2. All right, and it's so important to hit that outside edge on the second step as well. That's where people curl off. They will go outside edge really nice, and then they'll go whoa onto an inside edge, and it kind of turns into either an inside Mohawk or a Choctaw, which is not the required thing here in this sequence. So make sure your finishing edge is truly an outside edge and goes with the line of the circle. So that crossover and forward outside Mohawk are the first 4 of our 9 steps. Let's do them in sequence and then add some more steps on. Crossover, left forward outside Mohawk. Now we're going to put our feet together and we're going to do a little slide. 1, 2. Okay, this is where it gets confusing with one of the USFS patterns, which I can link down below, because up until now it's the same. Okay, it's the same sequence, but after this it changes. So you have to be very careful to make sure you're focusing on the details when you're doing these 2 different patterns, if you know them both. I confess, sometimes I start to get confused when I'm teaching them and I have to take a moment and like, wait, what pattern am I teaching? Because they do get so similar feeling. So after that Mohawk, we are on our right back outside edge. We're going to put our feet together and give ourselves a little demi bend. We're not really getting down there, just a little bend in the knees, shoulders over hips, nice posture. And we're going to slide the right foot forward. Okay, so you want to keep your feet really nice and tight. We don't want it to look like we're stomping. Okay, so a little demi bend. We're going to slide and point the right foot, put it back, slide and point the left foot and put it back. And since we're on a circle, we need to be on a slight edge. So when we slide the right foot in front, we're slightly on our left inside edge. When we slide the left in front, we're slightly on our right outside edge. And with those 2 slides, we are almost done with our 9-step Mohawk sequence for ISI Freestyle 3. Let's put together what we've got so far. We have our right over left forward crossover, left forward outside Mohawk, feet together, and we're gonna go slide, slide. Now we're gonna cross the left foot over the front, okay? That counts as step number 7. So we have 5, 6, 7. Now we're gonna push backwards on 8, and here's your second Mohawk. You're gonna step forward from our right back outside edge to a left forward outside edge, and there is our 9th step and our second Mohawk. All of those steps all together, we're going to do a right over left crossover, left forward outside Mohawk, slide right, slide left, cross the left, push back onto the right back outside edge, and step forward on the left forward outside edge. Now let's count those all together so you can see all 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there you have your complete 9-step sequence for ISI Freestyle 3. All right, skaters, I hope you enjoyed that ISI Freestyle 3 footwork sequence. It is very similar to many of those US figure skating sequences, so try your best not to get them mixed up if you're working on learning both. And of course, if you're anywhere in the world, even if you're not a member of ISI, this is still a fun footwork sequence for you to learn. A good little challenge. Footwork is always good to learn. All right, if you enjoyed this video, please do give us that thumbs up. And as always, I'm looking forward to reading all your comments in that section down below. If you haven't done so yet, then hit that subscribe button so you can see all my videos when they come out. Happy skating, and I'll see you next time.